Hello friends, welcome in online teaching learning platform of Karmeur Bhaurav Patil Mahavidyalaya Pandharpur. I am Dr. S.S. Karale, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, KBPM Pandharpur. Today we are going to learn about coordination chemistry from BSc 2nd, paper number 6th. Nowadays, the most amazing field of modern inorganic chemistry is coordination chemistry. In 1913, Alfred Werner was the first inorganic chemist who was awarded by the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for the discovery of first ever coordination complex between the cobalt metal and the ammonia. After this, there was enormous development has been occurred in the field of the coordination chemistry. The coordination chemistry is applied in variety of fields such as medicinal, agricultural, domestic and the technical field also. The coordination chemistry is defined as the branch of chemistry which deals with the study of coordination compound or the complex compounds. These complex compounds are of two types, double salt and the coordination compounds. The double salt is defined as the compound which loses their identity when dissolved in water. The more salt and the potash alum are the well-known example of the double salt. The characteristics of double salt is the nature of bonding in double salt is ionic and weak van der Waals forces is present in the molecule. It is a neutral molecular species. It gives positive test for each ions present in the parent salt. They shows irregular shape and the molecular ion is absent in the double salt. The coordinate compound is defined as the compound which does not loses their identity when dissolved in water. For example, K4 efficiency, that is a potassium ferrocyanide. The characteristics of the coordinate compound is the nature of bonding in the coordinate compound is ionic, covalent and the coordinate. The coordinate compound may be cationic, anionic or it is a neutral species. They shows a regular shape having the geometry. The molecular ion or complex ion is present in the coordination compound. This is the difference between the double salt and the complex salt. The double salt and complex salt is differed from each other in many respects, which is shown here. All these points are discussed in the previous slides. Therefore, we go for the next slide. While studying the coordination chemistry, one should know some important terms from the coordination chemistry. That is the coordination compounds, ligands, coordination number and the coordination sphere. We will see this one by one. Coordination compounds. A compound containing the coordinate bond typically between the central metal atom and the number of other atoms or the groups. The coordinate bond is formed by the donation of the lone pair of electrons from ligand to the central metal ion. In coordination compounds, ligand always donate the lone pair of electron to the central metal atom and forms the coordinate bond. This is called as a coordination compound. In figure 1, nitrogen donates the lone pair of electron to the metal and form the coordinate bond. Figure 2 belongs to the potassium ferrocyanide. It is a yellowish solid compound. Its IUPAC name is a potassium hexacyanoferrate second. Ligands are the atoms, ions or molecules which is directly attached to the central metal ions in the coordination compound. Ligand always donate the lone pair of electron to the central metal ion. For example, in the hexaamine cobalt third complex, ammonia that is NH3 is act as a ligand. Ligand donate the lone pair of electron to the central metal atom and thus act as a Lewis basis, whereas central metal atom accept the lone pair of electron and thus act as a Lewis acid. So ligands are called as a Lewis bases and the central metal atom is called as a Lewis acid in the coordination compound. The ligands are classified into the two types, on the basis of charge and on the basis of the mode of attachment. On the basis of charge, ligands are further classified into the three types, that is a neutral ligand, negative ligand and the positive ligands. The positive ligands are those ligands which having the positive charge on it, that is a NO+, that is a nitrosonium ion, N2H5, that is a hydrazinium ion, H3O+, hydronium ion are the well-known examples of the positive ligands. Negative ligands are those ligands which having the negative charge on it. For example, Cl minus ion, NO2 minus ion, OH minus ion, and cyano ligands. In the neutral ligands are those ligand which does not having any charge, that is a CO, H2O plus, NH3, and hydroxylamine are the well known example of the neutral ligands. On the basis of mode of attachment, ligands are further classified into the three types: monodentate ligand, bidentate ligand, and the polydentate ligand. The monodentate ligand are the Lewis bases which can able to donate the only one lone pair of electron to the central metal atom. So in the monodentate ligand, only one atom is responsible for the donation of the lone pair of electron to the central metal atom, is called as a monodentate ligand. It can be either ions or it may be neutral molecules. For example, chloride ions, water molecule, and the ammonia molecules are the well-known example of this monodentate ligand. Bidentate ligand are those ligand which can able to donate the two lone pair of electrons to the metal atom. So in bidentate ligand, two atoms is responsible for the donation of the lone pair of electron to the central metal atom. For example, ethylene diamine. In the ethylene diamine, it contains the two nitrogen atom which able to donate the lone pair of electron to the central metal atom and thus act as a bidentate ligand. Same in case of the acetyl acetonate ion, which contain the two oxygen atom, which allows this ligand to function as a bidentate ligand. In the polydentate ligand are those ligand that is attached to the central metal ion by bonds from two or more donor atom. So in the polydentate ligand, two or more atoms is present, two or more donor atom is present, is called as a polydentate ligand. For example, EDTA, that is ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, trimethyl tetramine, these are the well known example of the polydentate ligand. In the EDTA, it contains the four oxygen atom, and the two nitrogen atom are able to donate the lone pair of electron to the central metal atom. Hence, it is called as a polydentate ligand. Next one is the coordination number. It is defined as the maximum number of groups or ligands that is directly attached to the central metal ion in the coordination compound is called as a coordination number. For example, in the hexaamine cobalt third complex, 6 amine group is attached to the central metal atom, therefore coordination number of that complex is a 6. In second compound, 2 NH3 group is attached to the silver atom, therefore number of ligands is 2, hence the coordination number is 2. Same in case of this nickel complex, it contains the 4 cyano group is attached to the nickel, therefore coordination number is 4. And the geometry of complex is related to the related to the coordination number, means the geometry of the molecule is totally depends upon the coordination number. Whenever coordination number is 2, the geometry of molecule is linear, whereas the coordination number 4 having the complexes which having the geometry is tetrahedral or the square planar geometry. For the coordination number 5, the complexes belongs to the trigonal bipyramidal geometry or the square pyramidal geometry. And for the coordination number 6, complex belongs to the octahedral geometry. The coordination sphere. A sphere is drawn by joining the central metal atom and ligand is known as a coordination sphere. The coordination sphere is separated by the square bracket from the rest of the complex. So here there is one example of the cobalt complex, in which cobalt metal is act as central metal ion and NH3 is act as a ligand. In this example, 3 NH3 group is attached to the central metal atom, therefore 6 NH3 group is attached to the central metal atom, therefore coordination number is 6. And the square bracket is represented here, it shows a coordination sphere. So this is all for now, and remaining part we will be seen in the next lecture. Thank you.